Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Smackdown, and tonight we are kicking off with Jade Cargill, your women's champion. She will be in action. She will be taking on Raquel Rodriguez in singles action. And for this matchup, this gets Jade Cargill all ready. She's already fired up after Rhea Ripley attacked her last week in that face-to-face interaction. But this right now will get Rhea Ripley, or I should say Jade Cargill, right now prepped for Rhea Ripley, because Raquel Rodriguez, she's strong, just like Rhea Ripley. Pardon me, having all these women's names on my mind tonight, but certainly, it is a massive night, ladies and gentlemen. We are just officially a day away from the start of WrestleMania. Tonight, after Smackdown, we get ready for the massive NXT Stand and Deliver. Then after Stand and Deliver, we get to WrestleMania pre-show season. We've already announced what the matches will be for Night 1 and Night 2. And tonight we'll see a little preview of those matches tonight, as later on tonight here on Smackdown, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see a back and forth matchup with the likes of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton in your main event. Those two have a big time matchup in your main event. They will be in the men's Money in the Bank for SmackDown. Also, we have Ricochet. He'll be in action, taking on another member of the SmackDown roster very, very soon here, later on tonight. As both of these women absolutely fired up here right now on this episode of SmackDown, as they should be. This is a monumental episode for a lot of these men and women. As the referee rings the bell, and I do mean to say for Ricochet, we'll be taking on Christian later on tonight. Christian will be facing Edge in that career versus career matchup at TLC. But going back to this matchup, it's about power versus power, strength versus strength, and Jade Cargill has not been in the ring with a woman like Raquel Rodriguez. The talent is there. She is a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a former Women's Tag Team Champion with Liv Morgan, and certainly this is a great matchup, you would definitely say, to really prove where Raquel Rodriguez belongs. Yes, in tag team action, it hasn't gone out the quite best with Liv Morgan, but certainly, being a big-time matchup against Jade Cargill, that will definitely help you really see, like I said, really see where you're at, as that almost kind of looked like the maneuver that Raquel Rodriguez uses on her opponents there. As now Raquel bouncing off the rope into a vicious clothesline there from Jade. Jade out here to prove a point to anyone that wants to step up to her, because we get a first-time ever matchup there between herself and Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator of Judgment Day. And oh, look at this. The power, the strength of Jade Cargill, pulling all sorts of moves out of her repertoire. But for herself, she has to be careful not to pull everything out of her handbasket, or Rhea Ripley may know exactly what to expect coming in to their matchup at WrestleMania. Raquel going to give Jade Cargill some time to recuperate, and that gave her way too much time as Jade connected with a vicious knee strike. But it seems like Raquel might have been able to figure her out just in time, as now looking for some snake eyes. And down goes the women's champion. Could you imagine if Jade Cargill goes down just a day or two before her matchup with Rhea Ripley and her undefeated streak goes up in flames? That would not be the best for Jade Cargill, especially wanting to send a message to Rhea Ripley just days away from their clash at WrestleMania. Now Raquel Rodriguez looking to continue to bring into Jade Cargill. Back and forth. Raquel not able to connect with whatever she was thinking about doing, but she's able to connect with that snap suplex. Back and forth we go in this matchup. Two massive names on the SmackDown women's roster going at it, and now Raquel looking for a power bomb of sorts. Oh, look at this maneuver. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the submission hold here. I thought this was going to be turned into a whole different maneuver, but now she's trying to make sure Jade Cargill taps out here. Could you imagine? Jade Cargill could tap out here. But now Jade Cargill with an arm drag takedown keeps herself in this matchup momentarily. And now a belly-to-belly suplex takes down Raquel. This is where Jade Cargill needs to maybe start picking up the momentum in this matchup, as Raquel running right through her. And while Jade Cargill does the same thing, back and forth between both women. And look at Cargill straight up flexing on Raquel there. But now Raquel going to show you a different way of flexing. And now look at this neck breaker. Absolute brutal maneuver there from Raquel Rodriguez. And Jade Cargill, she's trying to get as far away as she can momentarily to get away from Raquel. And Raquel about to make her pay again, but Jade able to slip out of it. This is a great way to kick us off on the go-home edition of SmackDown. Will both of these women be back on SmackDown? Will they be drafted back over to SmackDown? Can't wait to really see what is going to be coming our way after WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. We will see the WWE Draft. It will be the same night as Monday Night Raw. It won't be the same episode as Monday Night Raw, as a brutal powerbomb from Raquel right on the barricade. Gonna try to fold Jade Cargill in half with that maneuver. If I'm Raquel, I go for the pinfall. Why not? But certainly believing she wants to do some more damage, it seems. Both women going back and forth here. As now Raquel. Oh, but Jade Cargill running right through Raquel. And now here comes Jade with those long-ass legs of hers. Pinfall opportunity. Here we go. But a strong kick out from Jade. And Jade is all fired up here, looking to maybe finish off Raquel here. Oh, goodness. Big time back suplex there. And now Jade maybe going to look to put away Raquel here. But Raquel with a massive elbow here. Back and forth from both of these women. This is a massive matchup for both these women, especially your women's champion. Just like we mentioned, just days away from her massive championship matchup with Rhea Ripley. Obviously, we know the other massive women's matchup from Monday Night Raw, Bianca Belair and Bayley. Those two women will go at it for the Women's World Championship. As now Cargill going to go for the pinfall opportunity, but a strong kick out from Raquel. This is where Jade has to use that as motivation and try to put away Raquel here. Bouncing her off the rope here. Look at that big old back body drop. Takes down Raquel. And Jade Cargill just staring down Raquel Rodriguez, trying to decide what she wants to do. Not going to get too, I guess, trying to maybe rush too much into what she wants to do. She's going to take her time and really come right after her. And right now it's working quite well as Jade continues to flex on the competition. But if you're Jade, you want to make sure that Raquel is going to be down and out for this matchup. You don't want to give her any time to recuperate. It seems like she's going to go back out there. Raquel given way too much time. And now Raquel maybe looking for that neck breaker off the top of their shoulders. And down goes Jade Cargill. Oh, but look at that. Cargill right back up to her feet into a drop kick. Takes down Raquel. And Jade Cargill making sure Raquel knows that she just took her out. Back and forth we go. But like we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, Ricochet versus Christian. Later on tonight, we do see Christian and Edge, career versus career. Winner saves their career. The other one will no longer have a career here in WWE. Also, Carmelo Hayes. He is in action against the almighty Bobby Lashley. Those two are also a part of the men's Money in the Bank matchup. And also like that big, massive main event that we have coming up very soon. Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen, versus Randy Orton. As now Jade Cargill hitting a big-time finishing maneuver there to Raquel Rodriguez. Is this enough to put her away? It is. Jade Cargill survives Raquel Rodriguez tonight. That matchup was a barn burner for sure between both women. And just like that, Jade Cargill walks out victorious tonight to kick us off here on SmackDown. And wherever Rhea Ripley is at, hopefully she watched that matchup. Certainly a back and forth matchup, but Cargill walks out victorious, keeps that undefeated streak alive tonight as well, as we get ready for your next matchup here on SmackDown. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are back as here comes main event Jey Uso. Jey Uso is in action, ladies and gentlemen, taking on Dominic Mysterio. And you guys are probably wondering, why is this matchup happening here on the Go Home Show? Well, we can tell you that during the week it was announced that the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the competitors were officially announced for Raw and Smackdown. For Monday Night Raw, we have Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Ilya Dragunov, and Jimmy Uso. The 4 from Raw. And the 4 from SmackDown goes as this: Damian Priest, Dijak, Dominic Mysterio, and this man right there, main event, Jey Uso. So we get a little preview of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, where the winner of that matchup will be able to get a championship match of their choosing. Question is, who would they challenge or who would they pick? Well, obviously it depends on who they get drafted to on their brand. But there is Dominic Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen, looking to make an impact here on SmackDown continuously. And with Dominic being out here, certainly he would love to win that Battle Royal. I mean, it's going to be a big numbers game in that matchup, with the Judgment Day having 3 members of themselves in that. But then you got the Usos. You got Jimmy and Jey. Obviously, you know, they're not together here in WWE anymore, so those two are going to collide. You got Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, a tag team there. And then also you got to look out for Ilya Dragunov, the Dragon, in that matchup, man. Certainly a lot of stuff to take in. But that will be night 2 of WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. That will be hosted by The Rock. WrestleMania night 1 will be hosted by the Animal Batista. Cannot wait to see how that goes. We saw The Rock show up on Monday Night Raw to address the situation with Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and talk about a little bit of it, and even Seth. As the referee rings the bell, here we go. Jey Uso takes on Dominic Mysterio. And oh, this is not where you want to be if you're Dominic, in the Tree of Woe early on in this matchup. Big old boot to Dominic. That won't be feeling good at all, I can tell you that. And look at these big old haymakers there to Dominic Mysterio. And certainly Jey Uso, he wanted to be in that Money in the Bank matchup, but certainly didn't work out in his favor. But certainly being in this Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, to where if he's able to outlast 7 other superstars, including his twin brother Jimmy, it will get him a championship matchup depending on whatever brand he is on. Will he stay here on SmackDown? Will he get over to Raw? Or maybe, just maybe, something could happen to him, maybe being on NXT. You just never know with this whole superstar WWE draft that we got going on. And look at this. Springboard from the top rope takes down Jey Uso. Certainly both of these superstars want to take this win tonight and take it into Sunday night there at the showcase of all the immortals, the grandest stage of them all, that being WrestleMania. Now Dominic going to slowly but surely come right after Jey Uso. And oh goodness, tossing him like he would be if he was like in a 619 position there. Jey hitting his head right on that announce table. And now Dominic could be moments away from picking up a big win here, as a big elbow, no, misses. Now Jey looking to capitalize. Can he do it? Certainly battle of the future here. Obviously, when it comes to tag team action, Jey Uso and his brother are going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. But now this is where Jey Uso has to work his ass off as a singles competitor to walk out, you know, being maybe a Hall of Famer on the singles side. Something we'll have to wait for, as now Dominic Mysterio looking to up the ante in this matchup. And that spinning heel kick takes down the leg right underneath of Jey Uso there. Here we go. Dominic has him in position. Hook of the leg. Is this enough? No. Strong kick out from Jey. The matchup continues. And look at Dominic focusing on the legs and that left side. He might start to focus maybe a submission hold here. A single leg Boston Crab, or maybe shades of like a Walls of Jericho. You just never know what Dominic can pull out of his repertoire. But now Jey continuing to fight back, and look at this Samoan drop there to Dominic out of nowhere. And now Dominic is in the landing zone. Here we go. Jey Uso splash to Dominic. Is this it? 2. No, Dominic kicks out the very last second. And this is where Jey cannot get frustrated. He has to continue what he's doing at this exact moment, and he has to continue to bring the fight to Dominic right now. Jay's absolutely fired up, trying to get this crowd behind him for this massive matchup here. Two young superstars going at it here. And Jey Uso gonna take his time, it seems like. Oh, maybe he's not gonna allow Dominic to pick any more momentum that he had early on in this matchup. Why not try to inflict as much damage as you can here at ringside? And like we mentioned, still to come tonight, the massive matchup in your main event. Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, 1-on-1. It's going to be a hellacious matchup there. First time ever matchup we've seen here ever since Cody Rhodes has joined back here to WWE just years ago. Can't wait to see those two go at it. Randy wants the match. Cody wants the matchup. We'll see how it goes. Two superstars that are so familiar with each other are going to battle it out, and something that the superstars, and certainly definitely what the crowd wants to see, what I want to see, and I'm sure most of you guys at home wants to see it as well, as now Jey Uso looking to go flying crossbody, turns Dominic Mysterio inside out, and now Jey Uso has all the momentum right now, going after that big left, I guess, bruise, and also that big cut on the face of Dominic right now. And if you're Jey, continuing to hit the knees on the face, that will help you out. But I believe, toss him in the ring, maybe hit another Uso splash, a super kick, and I think this matchup is over. I think you get yourself a massive win just days away from the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. As back in the ring we go. Let's see what Jey wants to do. Uh-oh. Are we thinking about an Uso splash here, possibly? Yes, he does! Another pinfall attempt. 1, 2, 3. Jey Uso with a massive win, ladies and gentlemen. Just days away from that massive Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Will Jey Uso be able to survive the Judgment Day? His own brother being in the matchup. Theory and Grayson Waller. And so many others in that matchup. We'll have to wait and find out. You can't count out Ilya Dragunov as well, ladies and gentlemen. Big win for main event Jey Uso here on Smackdown. Let's see if Jey can get the job done at WrestleMania. Now let me talk to ya. Now look, as you guys can tell, I am at the airport. I am not there at SmackDown tonight, but I can tell you this. I'm heading to Hollywood, California as we speak, as my match with Pete Dunne and JD McDonough will be tomorrow night at WrestleMania Night 1. And I look to walk out with both of those championships, the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. This will be my WrestleMania moment. Not only will I defeat one guy, I will defeat two guys in one night, and I will be taking both of their championships away from them as a megastar should. I'm the only one that should be walking out with those championships, and I am the right man to do that. And especially with the WWE draft coming up after WrestleMania, the general managers of Raw, NXT, and SmackDown won't have to really think much when they see somebody with two championships around their shoulders. There's no easy pick for them to make than LA Knight as your Intercontinental Champion and European Champion to come on your show and be the top guy of that show. It does look like my airplane is ready to take off. I gotta hurry up and get on my plane. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at WrestleMania, and fingers crossed the megastar walks out victorious and takes both championships home. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here in New York City. We have to fly all the way to California after this episode, but it's certainly going to be a great night of professional wrestling, as Ricochet will be taking on this man, Christian, one-on-one. As, wait a minute, that's the Rated R superstar, Edge from behind, and look at Edge taking it to Christian, trying to get some payback here tonight as a spear. Both of these men have a night one matchup. That means tomorrow night in Hollywood, California, it is career versus career. Edge laying waste to Christian. And Christian's, like we said, is supposed to be in a matchup, but that certainly may not be the case anymore. Oh goodness, being tossed inside out right across that barricade. And now I can only imagine what Edge wants to do here, inflicting some more pain. It is a career versus career TLC matchup. As, oh my gosh, Edge is whooping the absolute crap out of Christian right here, right now. And another spear just for good measure. The crowd saying one more time, rightfully so, you want to see Edge beat the living snot out of Christian right now. And this has had to be expected. Christian literally put Edge out for multiple weeks. Edge is here tonight, and I only could imagine what may happen anymore now. Is now Edge, oh, with a front face slam. Down goes Christian. And now, oh no, Edge has the steel steps. Christian, don't get up to your feet, man. Oh no. Bouncing his head right off the steel steps. And now Christian again getting up. Very surprisingly, if I do say so myself, as again bouncing his damn head off the steel steps. Uh-oh. Christian getting up to his feet. Spear from the Rated R superstar. Out goes Christian like a night-like. Edge takes out Christian, and now the match is now no longer going as we were supposed to see Christian and Ricochet, and it seems like that match will no longer be happening here on the Go Home edition of Smackdown. Well, despite that matchup not happening anymore between Ricochet and Christian, with Edge coming out here surprising us all and laying out Christian, that matchup between Christian and Edge is still on, career versus career. But now we turn our attentions to the men's Money in the Bank matchup that will be coming up night 2 of WrestleMania. We are going to be seeing Carmelo Hayes and Bobby Lashley going at it here tonight. We'll see how Carmelo Hayes fares not only tonight when he takes on Bobby Lashley, but imagine if Carmelo Hayes can do the unthinkable and win the Money in the Bank briefcase. You have a such star-studded card for that Money in the Bank matchup. So for night 2's men's Money in the Bank up for SmackDown, you got the A-lister, The Miz. You got him, Carmelo Hayes. You got the almighty Bobby Lashley. You got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. You got Karrion Kross of the Final Testament, as well as the Viper, Randy Orton. That is not an easy slate to go through, if I can say so myself. You have so many main event superstars in that matchup, and certainly Carmelo Hayes could come out of that matchup victorious. It's all about being right place at the right time. And Carmelo Hayes could absolutely do his thing, as there is the almighty Bobby Lashley. And look at, you have Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews kind of doing what the Street Profits did. Little, I guess maybe they had too much to drink, I suppose. But Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews feeling it tonight. But will Bobby Lashley be feeling it once we get to WrestleMania Night 2 with that Money in the Bank briefcase on the line? Certainly being in here in New York, certainly letting loose a little bit. Something a little different that we normally see from Bobby Lashley as of late. Maybe Apollo Crews may put something in his drink, you never know. But certainly a little bit different side of Lashley, like I mentioned, but we'll see how Lashley will fare when he gets in the middle of this ring with the likes of Carmelo Hayes. And if we had a fatal four-way matchup or even anything between these four, I would honestly, that'd be a great matchup. Certainly, Trick Williams, very underrated. It can take some time for him to, get something going in his career. I can tell you, it was announced that for the pre-show for WrestleMania, that Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams will actually be a part of that qualifying matchup and the part of that gauntlet matchup, I should say, where the winner will go on to face the Smackdown Tag Team Champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Can't wait to see how that goes. But now we are focused on this matchup right here, right now. Carmelo Hayes versus the almighty Bobby Lashley. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Carmelo Hayes and Bobby Lashley. Big time matchup certainly for Carmelo Hayes. Wants to send a message to the almighty and the rest of these superstars on this roster that he is him. He is the next generation of great. He is the guy to look forward to. And for Carmelo, easy mindset going into this matchup has to be, don't allow Bobby Lashley to start throwing you around this ring. Because if he is, it's going to be an early night for sure for Carmelo Hayes. So this is a breakout moment right now to come out here, face Bobby Lashley, take him to his to his limit at least. If you're not able to somehow beat him tonight, put on a show that no matter what brand you get assigned to, it is going to put all the rosters on notice. And certainly defeating a man like Bobby Lashley will definitely put you on notice, and it will definitely have the general manager's eyes. And talking about eyes, oh my goodness, Carmelo Hayes raking the eye to Bobby Lashley, kind of having to do what you got to do, especially against Bobby Lashley, who will definitely do anything in his power to make sure he wins the matchup. As a bear hug from the almighty now. Will Carmelo have to tap out here? He's trying to fight out of it, but that bear hug is tight. Oh, clapping the head there, Bobby Lashley. That will certainly help out. Into the Impaler DDT. Down goes Lashley. Let's see if Carmelo Hayes can continue with this momentum he has at this moment. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. One-on-one, first time ever here in WWE. Ever since joining WWE, Cody Rhodes, a couple years ago, he will have an opportunity to beat Randy Orton. I cannot wait to see how that matchup goes, as the double knees to Lashley's face, the hook of the leg, strong kick out from Lashley. But we'll see how Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes fare in the main event of tonight's whole show, as now Carmelo Hayes, it's almost like a swinging neck breaker type of maneuver. That might be enough to put away Lashley. No, Lashley kicks out the very last second. And for Carmelo, he's like, oh, come on, man. That had to be it. And now, high risk, high reward, going for the elbow. Did too much there, and now Lashley going to look to capitalize. But it looks like Carmelo, a little bit faster in the exchange. Tilt-a-roll slam, down goes Lashley. Almost like tilt-a-roll front slam, actually. Whatever you want to call it. Very effective there from Carmelo. And now telling Bobby Lashley to get up to his feet, over the top rope, and down goes Lashley. Carmelo Hayes putting everything on the line tonight, as he should. He wants to walk out not only winner of this matchup, but he wants to go to WrestleMania and walk out victorious with that Money in the Bank briefcase. Can Carmelo Hayes get the job done? As now Hayes, big boots to the face, right to the temple. Obviously, with the WWE draft, every single man and woman on this roster, single superstars, tag team superstars, they are willing and able to put everything on the line, as a elbow halfway across the ring, not even close there. And now Carmelo still has time to connect with an elbow possibly. But he's telling Lashley to get up to his feet. Let's see what Carmelo Hayes, look at that, that is him. He does not miss. He connects with the leg drop. Is Hayes gonna pick up a massive win? Yes, he does. Massive win by Carmelo Hayes. He kept Bobby Lashley on his toes, and just like that, Carmelo Hayes is getting momentum heading into the WrestleMania matchup, and this man very well could be your Mr. Money in the Bank. Could you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? If Carmelo Hayes can do it, it literally could be an upset of all ages if he's able to walk out victorious as we get ready for your main event of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. Randy Orton, the Viper Randy Orton, will take on the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the very first time here, especially here on Smackdown, the main event just before we get to WrestleMania weekend. After this edition of Smackdown, ladies and gentlemen, we will officially be getting ready for NXT Stand and Deliver. A massive amount of matches. If I do remember correctly, it is 7 matches on the NXT card, and then after that we will get to the pre-show for WrestleMania Night 1. We will be starting somewhat early for NXT Stand and Deliver because the pre-show will be seeing the gauntlet matchup and then also leading in to WrestleMania Night 1. A lot of stuff going down. This will be the last appearance, certainly for maybe both men, on a SmackDown. We just don't know what it is going to be looking like. Will Randy walk out with the briefcase? Will Cody Rhodes walk out with the briefcase? Or will it be one of the 4? Will it be Bobby? Will it be Miz? Will it be Carmelo Hayes? Who will it be, ladies and gentlemen? Will it be Karrion Kross as well? There's just so many different possibilities. We have 6 possibilities for each Money in the Bank matchup for both Raw and SmackDown. Whose career will change for the better? Imagine Randy Orton, like I mentioned, with that Money in the Bank briefcase. He's already dangerous without it, but certainly depending on who walks out with the championships coming up Saturday and Sunday, Orton certainly could be ever dangerous, and those opponents would have to be having their eyes behind their head. But this man right here, Cody Rhodes, he could be the man to walk out with that briefcase. Cody Rhodes did say that he knows exactly who he would cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase on and what championship, but he did not tell us. So that leads to speculation to, hey, would he go back after that undisputed championship that he lost to Finn Balor? He had a chance to earn it back there at the Elimination Chamber inside that chamber, but did not end up winning it. It came down to Rhodes and Sami Zayn at the very end. Rhodes kicked out quite a bit. Sami Zayn, it seemed like maybe he was going to end up losing, but eventually the haluva kicks to the face of Cody Rhodes were too much for Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn would walk out undisputed champion. But will it be Cody Rhodes' moment at WrestleMania, though? Can he walk out Mr. Money in the Bank, and will he be able to cash in on whatever champion he would like to? Could he cash in on, obviously, it's the SmackDown side of things, but I guess it doesn't necessarily keep you from cashing on anyone, but especially with the draft coming up, the Money in the Bank briefcase could change. But since he's technically on SmackDown and he's in the SmackDown side of things, definitely if he were to win, this man would be trying to cash in on the likes of Sami Zayn or AJ Styles. But like we said, it's up in the air. 6 superstars with an opportunity who could change their careers for the better. Veterans have been in this business, superstars that have just recently come back. It's all there for everybody. As referee making this matchup official, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. First time these guys go at it in just over 2 years. Well, actually longer than that, but the first time they've ever gone at it here in the series history. Obviously, we know these two grew up part of Legacy back in the day with Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Ted DiBiase. We all know how everything broke down between those three. And obviously Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes would go their separate ways for years and years. Cody Rhodes would eventually get released / would leave WWE in 2014, 2015, something like that. He would leave, try and find himself on the independent scene. He would end up doing that, but then would eventually leave to come back to WWE, and ever since then it has been for the better for his career, because not only is he a multi-time WWE champion, he's a multi-time undisputed champion. And imagine if Cody Rhodes is able to, I'm going to throw it out there, the World Heavyweight Championship would be something that Cody Rhodes would love to have, honestly. Something that his own father has carried, that World Heavyweight Championship. So it'd be something to really look for maybe in the future of Cody Rhodes. He has a pinfall opportunity after the DDT, but a strong kick out from Cody. And Cody going to try and do the right thing, roll out the ring, try to recuperate a little bit, but Orton, the veteran that he is, he's going to make sure that Cody won't be able to recuperate whatsoever. Back and forth we go. Cody with a big punch to the midsection. And now a submission hold here. A crossface maneuver here at ringside. Obviously, this is only going to count for damage done to Randy. It's not really going to help him out necessarily. Both men need to get themselves back inside the ring. We'll see how much damage was done via that crossface. And now Randy Orton. Oh, goodness, right to that lower back. And especially with, depending on how much damage is done in this matchup, these guys are going to have to be very, very careful because, obviously they're not going to be bound to be 100%. Yes, they will be in Night 2's Money in the Bank, but certainly, depending, like we said, on the damage done in this matchup, it may not have the best of luck in their matches. And now Cody Rhodes, crossroads to Randy Orton. Is this it? 1, 2. No, Orton with a strong kick out. You gotta assume Orton wasn't gonna go down that easy. But Cody Rhodes gonna look to do it one more time. But no, Cody with a springboard. Cody cutter out of nowhere. Is this it? 2, 3. Cody Rhodes has defeated Randy Orton. He has come out here and taken it to Randy Orton. Not only the crossroads, but the Cody cutter, the springboard Cody cutter. And just like that, Cody Rhodes in Smackdown on top of his game. He defeated AJ Styles recently, and now he has defeated Randy Orton, the Viper of WWE. Cody Rhodes with the momentum of a century. Hey Sammy, just before you leave, I just want to say I wish you the best of luck at Night 1 and Night 2. I know we have the main event of Night 2, but I know you're going to be in a fight of your life defending those SmackDown Tag Team Championships with yourself and Kevin Owens. I wish you nothing but the best in that SmackDown Tag Team Championship, because you're going to need it. SmackDown Tag Team Champions here are very, very hungry. I would definitely say watch your back. You never know what may happen from tomorrow night to even Sunday. I will see you Sunday in the main event of WrestleMania. I wish you the best of luck. But Sammy, you gotta know this. You were sure as hell not better than me, and I'm gonna prove it when I take that undisputed championship away from you in the middle of that ring in the main event of WrestleMania. I'll see you around.